Hey there, Random Dave here. A little late to the party on November 15th, 727. Missed a good run up. So I have to wait and see what happens. Looks like even pullbacks are being bought, but yeah, I don't know. Don't want to jump in right now, knowing my luck. So yeah, we're pushing. I guess the CPI numbers weren't too bad. And markets are feeling good again. Shot up, pulled back into a range, which we may be range bound today, judging by price action at the moment. So, yeah, CPI is fair looking. And yep, this is why I didn't want to jump in. Maybe I can wait and get a two-leg pullback before another push-up. It's hitting the bottom of my trend line, which may not be entirely accurate line here, but close enough to get the picture. Still pretty far from the EMA, so we'll let them sell down and see what happens. Well, that was weird. It pushed up and then I guess it took out my single, or I don't know what that just did. It pushed up. Oh, it gave me I guess it reached 4 ticks and then it moved one of my stop losses up. I guess my settings are wrong for this strategy. That's not good. So just gotta let it power through here and get me out of this trade.
Target filled.
There it was. That's odd. I'm gonna have to edit this thing somehow. 3 stop loss, target 2, stop loss, profit, break even plus 1. Yeah, I'm not sure. I should have had the runner up here, but somehow it moved the runner to break even early and then took it out. It's like a reverse trade. So that first trade, I looked at this candle and I basically said, oh, it's like a first attempt to go long and a short combined, and then it's like a break of this channel, and I guess I'm looking for a tick down, failed short, and turn up again. Well, that's a big bummer. It never ticked lower before printing this big old candle. I was hoping to get a second entry, and it just didn't shape up that way. Oh well, we're expecting a new high for here, maybe in the 36s, 37, I don't know, it could run all the way up, but unfortunately I'm not in it. Or alternatively, it could make a lower high, and that could be our sign that there's indeed a reversal coming in, maybe test the lower part of this channel. Well, as of now, I don't really have any clear opportunities to enter, because we're the types that enter on areas where the pullbacks occur to key entry points, which should be trend lines and the EMA. So I don't really have that at the moment. So I have to wait for some kind of pullback or such a strong uptrend as to indicate that you can pretty much buy any pullback. And of course, we got the sellers coming in right now. We'll see what they can do. Well, it pulled back to the trend channel, and now it's wanting to push again. See if it gets there. This was such a nice break and a new high. You have to wonder if it's done. The alternative in a situation like this would be to look for a measured move and see if that gives you anything. And here we're looking at 45, 45, 45 in that neighborhood. So if you really thought you'd get two legs measured move, you'd be in the game to make a run for it. But we'd be pushing through the highs of the day from this morning. And we haven't tested the lows in a little while, so yeah, we might get at least up to 45, 42 on this run if the trend continues. Yeah, here you can see it came down two legs. It did have a pretty solid break and a new low. Worked its way up. One, two legs down to a new low. Up. This would have been a nice catch here, or if you were really a good price action reader, you might see this little pullback as a good, to the EMA and say, you know what, it's worth going long there, and you would have caught a good one. And then here was my trade for 27.17, 2-point profit target on the bulk, and then a runner. That's the plan. So I did change my profit target from 4 to 8 ticks, hoping for a little better, profit per trade. That $12 and change on the previous 4-tick profit was pretty rough. I mean, the odds are better to hit 4 ticks versus 8, but no risk, no reward. So still a little selling pressure up here, and let's check. Nothing really dramatic in the neighborhood. All the targets now are 45, 39, 40, up in there, and then bottom 45, 28. And then looking at some of my other charts here, it's pretty flat, kind of flat looking. Advancers, decliners, flat. Put call spread, puts are starting to come in a touch, but nothing to really raise an eyebrow. The nicey tick is pretty flat. The EMA on that is pretty flat. We haven't really had any extremes today like yesterday where we had quite a few. So VIX is pushing up a little bit, but again, still very low, 14.07. NASDAQ did finally push up a bit above the EMA, and it's retreating a little bit. Dow Jones is looking kind of similar to what we have here in the ES, MES, and Dixie keeps going down. So here was another break, and we'll see if it closes outside of the channel. They're wanting to buy that, but the sellers are pushing hard. Yeah. And it may have just closed outside of this trend channel. I think all things considered, that's pretty close to a break of the channel, which could mean this channel gets a new high, but too early for me. This is just the new high. First attempt to go. Actually, let's take a look. This was first attempt to go short, but we didn't get an attempt to go above. That was a matching top. So I'm going to look at that like one leg down. And now we're going to see if we get a first attempt to go long, and then a failed second entry short, or a full-on second entry long. I don't know which one to predict, so I won't. Uh-oh, there you go. Maybe that's our attempt to go long or a trap. See if those buyers have any legs, but there's a chance it could be a trap to come down a little further, because yeah, there's a battle. We're starting to get a little congestion here. A lot of overlapping bars going through, and this one here is a matching high where this one was. Keep our eyes peeled. Well, it had a little surge, tick above this previous high. You know, that I was going to say, even that can be significant, but yeah, missing out. Double top at the moment. Where's my data box? This high here, 45.3650, 45.3650. It's the third attempt. Depending on how this goes, they call that a triple top, and might be worth selling with a small stop loss for the risky types. And I don't know, I'm getting close to a point where I'm going to have to call it a day. Okay, just punched through there. Took some people out, maybe. And yeah, maybe it really wants to head up. So this is kind of a breakout of some congestion, so you might say you want to fade that. I'll just
Order filled.
take a risky trade here and see what happens. Fade the breakout, maybe it'll come back down. More overlapping. Yeah, it's not a pretty time to go short, that's for sure. And I may get scared into punching out early. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't be going long here right now. I mean, going short here right now. Definitely not a wise move. So I need selling, more selling. Break a new high. Maybe I do get lucky on this here. I wouldn't call it anything more than luck if I can get out of this trade. There, that's good. Wow. Okay, keep going.
Order
Screw
filled.
it. Screw with that. I'm done. I gotta get going anyhow. It's after 8. Gotta go to work. And yeah, maybe I probably would have got my 2 points here. 33.75 right there would have bumped it. So, okay, that's where we're at for today. $48 profit. Good enough. It's kind of at the low end of my target range anyhow. And I would have been kind of white knuckling until it pushed through. So, yeah, let's call it a day. Thanks for watching. And Random Dave is out of here.